Alright, what's up, yins guys? I'm gonna do a video here real quick about something me and the girlfriend were watching on the news, the local TV news, for the past couple of days. This guy took a bottle, I guess, nail polish remover and doused a 7-year-old kid's face with it, and then the other kid, he made the other kid take a lighter and then light him up with it. I mean, what the hell kind of disturbed individual would do something like that? And anybody out there that's against capital punishment, I think that wants to argue with me about this, anybody that's against capital punishment and you shouldn't be mean to that guy, I think anybody, as far as things like this are concerned, I can argue maybe certain other situations with you, but as far as shit like this is concerned, you can kiss my damn ass. I said, tell you what, anything like this, a total ignorant disregard for somebody like that light some kid on fire, I think police brutality should be mandatory and encouraged, as long as they don't kill him. You know, put him in the prison and make sure the inmates don't kill him, make their life a living hell. And I think their steady diet should be the doo-doo of their fellow inmates. Get the other inmates to take a shit in the bowl, and that's his supper, that's his dinner, it's his breakfast, lunch, and supper. And then he should be forced to actually grin with a brown-toothed grin and say it's the best shit they ever tasted. Then somebody like that too, since it was fire, did he use to do that to a damn kid? And plus he poisoned the mind of another kid to light it on fire. Let's see, creative and unusual punishment. How about the boiling hot enema? Oh, that would be a good one, don't you think? Or just plain do the same thing to him as was done to the kid. But anyway, some of these people that don't care for capital punishment, I think I believe in the punishment that fits the crime. I mean, what do you want to do, take these people to Disneyland? I mean, some of the people that are against capital punishment, like I said, I can, depending on the scenario, I can almost cave to a few things on your opinions, you know. But crimes like this, yeah, sorry, you can kiss my butt. I mean, these people actually deserve to actually have their life made a living hell in prison, you know, because after all, any of us that are stupid enough to do any kind of crap like that, it would be natural to fear retribution. I mean, what kind of person would even think about doing something like that? First thing I'd be thinking, I'm gonna do some shit like that to somebody else's kid or to somebody else's, I don't know, wife or girlfriend, or a lot of these sick crimes that have been going on. If they find out who you are, there's a retribution that should be feared more than the police. You do something like that, certain people's families. I'm all for the right reasons, like the Italian family, like you see on television. You know, a trunkload of a car trunkload of baseball bats and crowbars. Open up the trunk and they're handing them out. In certain circumstances like that, I mean, like there's like a lot of things that stand to reason about, like you're actually dating some chick or whatever, and you don't know who they're related to, for one thing, and say the relationship doesn't go well. I've seen these things on television, on these crime television things. The relationship doesn't go well. She wants to break it off, or whoever's being an asshole, right? Just break it off, right? And then there's these guys on there that, instead of just leaving it alone or find another girlfriend or find something else to do, stalking the chick or whatever and making threatening phone calls. Me and my girlfriend are watching these crime shows like that, you know what I mean? some crazy ass shit that goes on. I mean, as far as stalking ex-girlfriends too, I mean, there is a point where, I mean, if any buddy in your family that's female that was going with some guy and then he's gonna pull some shit like that, I think if the cops can't take care of it because the cops ain't gonna be there all the time, the family has a reasonable right to look in on him for protection and like I said, do like a typical Italian family do. It says, stay the hell away or you're gonna get it. You know, that might be a good cure for some of this stuff. Yeah, as I mean, the police can't always like handle shit like that all the time. They're not always like there. And well, I got a little off the subject. This was just like for the kid that got his face burned, but it happened to have been on my mind too. But I figured while I'm at it too, that the kind of stalking incidents and these crime television things that I've been watching too, you know, I mean, the feminists are the way they are, you know what I mean too, because there's certain guys that need to quit doing that shit, because it's just, I think it's like cowardly too. I mean, yeah, you'll be like stalking the woman because you got a problem with him, all that, and there's the occasional ex-wife that really made some guy's life a living hell that didn't deserve it because she's being a real bitch. I understand that, but I've seen on crime television, like these crime shit on television, girlfriend watch, these guys, some of them are pretty tough, but at the same time cuddly, go stalking the chick, and then when it, make sure that the family is not there, and and they know the police isn't going to be there the whole damn time. I mean, what kind of shit is like that? Shit like that. I mean, even if something was your fault, or you yelled at them too much, or you did something by mistake because you were stressed out and swore at them and they want to say it's over, what are you going to do? Go out and be stalking the chick and making all kind of calls and shit like that and make them feel threatened? I mean, but if you wanted to salvage the thing, you know, and beg and apologize, nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? Because if some guys are like, they realize what they've done and are like, oh, I'm sorry, I was under a lot of stress and all that stuff. But there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of scenarios on the crime shows, which, man, guys are cowardly as hell, you know, wait until the family isn't there, and the police can't handle everything, and they can't be there 24/7. I'm a firm believer in, you know, if it's your sister, your niece, or whatever, of your family and friends, whether you want to call it the hillbilly, the cut of the hills mentality, or the stereo Italian family, the baseball bats and the crowbars and the truck, I condone it if necessary, and it's not like on there threatening anybody either. It's like there's like a time where I'm trying to say that in case that I condone that kind of stuff to a point, but I'm trying to state a reason why I wouldn't be spending any kind of crap like that while it's on mine. That's what I would expect. If it were me and some shit like that, the girls, what would you expect? The girls' family and friends, you know, depending on who they're related to, they can come after me, you know. And if anybody's watching, and I don't want to be playing them games where there's a religious person watching, it's not on and all that. Some preach will preach about the world, okay, and you can actually use the Bible to say the reason why you stay away from such evil, because that part of the world will have an excuse attribution. That's why you stay away from certain sin, if you want to talk about it in a religious point of view. So don't give me that, it's not of God. Yeah, it's God to a point, like for the reason that, well, common sense, that culture might a reason for retribution if they're related to this kind of people, you know what I mean? That's just that, you know, people of all races believe in retribution, and they're gonna get you, they'll get you, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of cops out there that know full well, you know what I mean, that a police car with lights on it that says police in big letters, you know, they just went to that police and harass person again. But yeah, this was all subject of kids and stuff like getting burned, but anyway, that's that's my answer to the whole thing. I mean, people need to watch what the hell they're doing, you know what I mean? If you do anything for the wrong reasons, like against kids or against people that are just defenseless because you're mad at governments and all that, and you're gonna say go blow up a bunch of people having a good time at a marathon or a concert because you're mad at some government kind of reason of that. If people get you, you're gonna be in prison. You're not gonna have bombs or guns there. So that's just it. And one more thing before I end the video too. The marathon bombing thing, you know, I was arguing about the more or less atheists and people of it both ways, and I argued with the atheists as well. You think believing how anybody's going to go to hell for any kind of a thing gets unrealistic and hell doesn't exist. Isn't there a part of your heart that would like to believe hell exists? Because against you being an atheist, but don't have a problem in the back of your head and like in your own heart that somebody like that did the bombing, okay, the one dead, okay, so what then? He doesn't see judges, excuse me, see no justice, okay, so he won't, right? I'm asking you, and like, so I always wondered what's some of them people. I says, don't you, what if there was a technology that you could resurrect the bombing and kick his damn ass? You know, wouldn't that be cool? The ones that did crap and shot up a bunch of people that didn't do nothing, bombed people. It'd be like in movies, even if they blew themselves up in the body to resurrect, you know, resurrect them into some other body or something, create a laboratory hell for it, or some kind of, if you any kind of science fiction movies, like you got people that did kill themselves, wouldn't you, any whatever you believe in or what you don't believe in, wouldn't you like to find a way to resurrect these people like their goddamn ass and say, I thought you were gonna do this shit and kill yourself. Look now, who's now? Yeah, I guess that's it. This video.